Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to GearWire's series of tutorial videos on the Reaper digital audio workstation. Today we are going to take a look at the project settings features inside of Reaper. Right now I've got a project open called Peeps in Acetone. Let's take a look at the properties for this project, and we can get to the properties easily. Simply go to File and select Project Settings, or you can click Alt-Enter. What we have are three tabs here. Starting with the rightmost tab, we have Notes, and of course we can option whether or not we show these notes on the loading of the project. Notes are a great place to put down important information that you might have forgotten, like the version of this project, or what still needs to be done, because you might not open it up again for several weeks or months, and information about this project that you think you'll never forget is very easy to forget. So Notes is an excellent place to put that stuff. Under Project Settings, we can select the beats per measure tempo setting for the project. By default, it's 120 BPM with a time signature of 4/4. These are all changeable here. The reason that Reaper cares about BPM is the same reason you might expect, that it will in fact perform pitch shifting and time stretching if the loops that it is fed are so encoded, and that is a option that you can actually how it actually performs its pitch shifting and time stretching is pickable here. These settings are easy to experiment with. Basically, whenever you are looking at a chance to change parameters of this type inside any DAW, you're basically making a choice between quality and responsivity. If you have clicks in your audio, chances are you're running too fast or too hard for your CPU, and you need to, say for example, switch back to a fast version of the pitch shifting in setting in the DAW in order for you to proceed without clicks. Other parameters here are frame rates to use for video, because video of course is supported in Reaper, which is nice. And then there are various other options here, including limiting project length, allowing feedback use and routing, or automatically muting the master output if the volume exceeds 18 dB. These basically are here to protect your machine or protect your disk space in the event that you are using Reaper in a perhaps in an embedded way, or a kiosk embedded application type situation. If you were, for example, doing field recording of a acoustic space, and you could generate many dozens of hours of audio, this allows you to set the maximum length for that project. We also have Reaper allowing or disallowing feedback in routing, which basically means that if Reaper detects that you have set up your routing in such a way that signal is feeding back upon itself, it will not allow it by default. You have to tell it specifically to allow it, and the reason it says use caution, of course, is because you can exceed the design parameters of the output stages of your audio card or audio interface very easily. If you allow a feedback loop to build up, you could end up blowing an amp and or an output stage, and that's not good. Also, you can automatically mute the master output if the volume exceeds a certain level. So this threshold is nice in that it will protect your speakers down the road. In the audio settings tab, we have a lot of very common types of parameters that you can grab here. You can browse to a specific path for the files. You can pick the sample rate for the project. Playback resample mode, again, these are parameters that have to do with fine-tuning the performance of Reaper on your specific CPU. Play with these in the event that you are getting slow, stuttered, or clicky playback. Move around with these parameters and you will see some changes. There is also the recording format that can be selected. You can go to AIF directly, something called Monkey's Audio, don't know what that is, FLAC MP3, and OGG Vorbis, and also WavePack. Haven't used anything except OGG Vorbis there, and of course MP3. Bit depth is selectable, as well as these sort of marginal, or actually not marginal, but professional file formats. That is the project settings tutorial for Reaper. Please watch GearWire.com for more cool videos in the future. Thanks a lot.